A quick Chris Top program just moments away.
This is the Chris Top program.
Hi, I'm Chris Top. First off, I want to thank you for tuning into the Chris Top program. While I try my best to keep the show as rated PG-13 as possible, sometimes things slip out, or sometimes things happen, and that's just the way live radio goes. And because this is the internet, the FCC isn't around to tell me what I can and can't do. So because of the occasional slip-up or the guess that might get out of hand, you really need to be 18 or older to listen. If you happen to be under 18, please make sure you get your parents' permission. Go!
I am the one and only Chris Top.
He is Chris Top, bitch.
The countdown has begun.
Take it from the top.
10, 9,
Oh yeah, I had every intention of staying away from Spreaker.
8, 7,
But I've experienced this sheer outpour of love.
6, 5,
And I could never turn my back on the 3 people that listen to my show.
4, 3,
Yeah, I'm coming back, and I'll tell you why.
2, 1, 0.
Because I'm Chris Top, bitch.
The Chris Top program, the alternative to the garbage on Spreaker.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Get ready to lose moments of your life you'll never get back.
Take it from the top.
Sit back, relax, and try not to get too irritated. Broadcasting live to at least 3 people.
My head just went numb.
That's just the intoxicating aroma of Chris Top filling your ears.
Hey, can I sue for that?
Welcome to the Chris Top program.
The Chris Top what?
The Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment here in Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. This isn't a typical broadcast. This is going to be more of a rant, because I've got a few things on my mind that I just can't let them rest anymore. So I do want to welcome a few people to the chat before I get started, because I'm liable to get in that zone. And I want to make sure that I say hello to everybody. We've got DJ Tricks in the audience. Thank you so much for stopping by, DJ Tricks. We've also got Holly. Holly is a diehard regular now. She's our resident musical. What's the word I'm looking for? She's our musical what? Musical something. So I still haven't got up. I still haven't come up with a name for Holly yet, and that's unlike me, because I'm usually pretty quick with that stuff. And we have PS Infinity Radio in the chat. 2 days in a row, F yeah. And like I said, this is going to be a really quick show, but I'm glad you guys stopped in. I really am. Big N says, damn it, Chris, this isn't the 60s. You can't love anyone. Free love leads to dirty disease. Well, when you step into the Chris Top program, you automatically have protection. All right, so, and I will check out your new episode, Holly, I promise. All right, so I'm going to get on with my rant. And I could have said Judge. We could call you Judge Holly. All right. Now, in a couple of episodes ago, and I've actually mentioned this in a couple of different episodes, I guess. Sometimes I go into a nice restaurant, and I go in by myself, just because that's sort of my alone time. That's my time to think, maybe do a little people watching. And I told you a while back about a couple that I saw. They were sitting beside each other, and in between they had a little girl with them. The little girl was probably 1.5 years old, something like that. Very well behaved. But there's a difference between being very well behaved and being accustomed to being ignored. She was accustomed to being ignored, and I'll tell you why, because both of the parents spent the whole time texting on their telephones. And the little girl just sat there, very lonely. So I have to ask this question, and I'm going to ask this question twice during this program. How long would it take for someone to realize you dropped dead? Now, in this case, what's going to happen, and I'm looking in my crystal ball, one of these days that little girl is going to become the bad guy. She's going to grow up. Her parents are going to be old. They're going to be on their deathbed. And she's going to be counting down the minutes until they die so she can take their life insurance. And people are going to hate her for that. But you know whose fault that is? It's her parents' fault for never paying her any attention. She's not the bad guy. She's just a product of bad parenting. Now, that leads me to this story. So I'm at my restaurant. I'm sitting there. I just ordered my big, fat, juicy steak, medium rare. Don't judge me. I like a lot of blood. PETA, you can go screw yourself. So I ordered my baked potato. I've got my buttery roll. So I'm going to sit there. I'm going to enjoy my meal. And, you know, I used to enjoy people watching, but now I'm becoming callous. Because there was an older gentleman. Well, I can't even call him an older gentleman. He was an asshole. He sat at the table beside me. And I'm guessing it was his daughter with him, because had it been his wife, I don't think she would have put up with this. So he was about 150. She was about 100. We'll just say that. So the server comes up to the table. And she's very polite, very sweet. Same server that I had. And the first thing she asks is, well, she's getting her stuff out, and then he just blurts out right away, give me a Coca-Cola. You know, he just blurts that out. I heard it, but she's getting her stuff together and organized, and the place is fairly noisy. So she gets her stuff out, and she says, okay, may I take your order? And I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember everything word for word. I hate it. I absolutely hate it when people are rude to other people who make $2 an hour and they're there serving them, and you know this guy's not going to leave any kind of a tip. So first thing he says, I want a Coca-Cola, and she had just walked up to the table. So then she says, may I take your order? So he places, and he takes forever. I want a ribeye with give me some of those sweet potatoes and make sure it's well done. If it's not well done, I'm going to send it back. You know, he's one of those guys. So she's sitting there writing all these notes and all these side notes that he's given her and stuff like that. So then his daughter orders whatever she's very quiet. And I guarantee she's waiting for the day for him to drop dead, just so she doesn't have to put up with his crap. So he gets done ordering, and the server very politely says, well, what would you like to drink? And this is what he says. Oh, well, damn it, didn't you hear me? I told you I wanted a Coca-Cola first thing. And she's very polite. She writes down what he wants, and she walks off. For a good 35, 45 minutes, she puts up with this asshole that's sitting at this table. And every time she comes to the table just to check on them, and a lot of times she won't say anything. She'll just refill their drinks or whatever. He's got something just stupid to say to her. I don't care how old you are. It doesn't give you any excuse. It doesn't give you any reason to be an asshole to anybody. There's no excuse. When you're that old, you should know your man. You're old school. You should just know how to treat people. Have you ever heard of dignity and respect? Do you even know what that is? Have you ever heard of treating people the way that you want to be treated? So she goes back to the table at the very end. And she looks at the daughter and she says, well, would you like any dessert? And the daughter says, no, thank you. And I saw this worried look on her face. And I'm thinking, oh, God, what's he going to say now? You know, and if I was Bruce Wayne and if I was Batman, I would have left and put on my Batman suit and I would have came in there and kicked that guy's ass. Yeah, I would have beat up an old man just because he's an asshole. So she asked the old man, she says, well, what would you like for dessert? And this is what he tells her. He says, well, what are you trying to kill me because I'm diabetic? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, the server says, I'm sorry, sir. And then she lays down the check. No, she lays down the check or whatever, and then she walks off. Now, you know what she was thinking in her mind. You know, she wanted to say something besides, oh, I'm sorry, sir, and then walk off. She wanted to say, oh, I'm so sorry. My diabetic radar didn't go off. I didn't notice you were diabetic. I didn't notice the big neon sign on your forehead that says, don't ask me if I want dessert. I'm diabetic. I couldn't see that because of the other sign that says, I'm an old asshole douchebag. She didn't see it for that sign. And it makes me wonder, if someone is going to treat a stranger that way, how is he going to treat the people that are close to him? The people that are supposed to love him? And I've got to say this, if I ever become that way, you have my permission to drag me out behind the barn and shoot me in the face. Nobody should be that mean. And maybe I'm letting this get to me a little too much. Maybe I'm letting this get out of hand. I don't know, but let's look in the chat. Let's see what you guys think. And that's pretty much the show. I just wanted to share this with you guys. We've got Brent Bradley in the chat. Hey, Brent, he's in here hitting on DJ tricks. And we've got Johnny Molson in the house, formerly known as Mobster Boss Radio. All right, look, my application for iHeartRadio is still pending. I don't know who you guys went down on to get in there, but I need to find out really soon. But it's good to have you in the chat. Let's see. And I think you guys are just kind of... Are you guys even paying attention to what I'm even talking about? Johnny says, if I were to treat people the way I wanted to be treated, I'd be arrested for sexual assault. Well, at least you're being honest. And there's something to be said for that. Now, that was pretty much the show. I just wanted to get in here and get that off my chest. But I'll tell you what we'll do. Because I really wasn't expecting to have anybody in here. What we'll do real quick is we'll go ahead and we'll spread some Spreaker love. So if you have a show here on Spreaker, make sure you type the word show into the chat. And click on that show. Make sure you give them a follow. If you like the show, then that's great. If you don't like it, whatever. It's fine. You don't have to listen to it. But at least give them a chance. So go ahead and type the word show in the chat if you do a show here on Spreaker.
We're just here to spread that love all around. Spread it around. Spread it around.
Yeah, so I have to ask the question. I mean, if you're this old man, how long is it going to be before anybody notices you're dead? You know, and I'm thinking he's gonna kick over, and then nobody's even going to care. One of these days, he's going to slip in the bathtub. He's going to die in his apartment or his house or whatever he has. Nobody's going to care. I mean, is that how you want your life to go? And I could tell this just from the way he treated that poor server that put up with him. And you know, had she said something to him, had she defended herself just a little bit, she probably would have lost her job over something like that. And you know, it's really not worth losing your job. over something that petty, I should have said petty. See, that's how out of touch I am. But, just stuff like that just drives me nuts. And I wanted to get that off my chest and share it with you guys.
Some might say you're a sexually aggressive, racist, homophobe, misogynistic, cowardly, illiterate, waste of human skin. Sexually aggressive, racist, homophobe, misogynistic, cowardly, illiterate, waste of human skin. But I say thank you, beautiful stranger.
And I would like to welcome Bean to the chat. Bean says he hears that story about twice a week, and Bean works in the food service industry, so he knows what I'm talking about. Holly says I couldn't even stand the old effer. I don't have one of your new songs loaded, Brent, but I'll tell you what. See, you guys talk. I was going to do a quick rant, and I was going to be gone in 5 minutes. Now I'm 16 minutes into the show. I'll go ahead and play one of your songs. Just because. And I'm going to play, tell you what, I'm going to play my favorite one. And it's Code Monkey. And this goes out to anybody that's in a job that they don't like, and they're ready to break away from it. This song is inspirational, and this is a cover song from my good buddy Brent Bradley, Code Monkey.
Code Monkey, get up, get coffee. Code Monkey, go to job. Code Monkey, have boring meeting with boring manager Rob. Rob say Code Monkey very diligent, but his output stink. His code not functional or elegant. What do Code Monkey think? Code Monkey think maybe manager wanna write goddamn login page himself. Code Monkey not say it out loud. Code Monkey not crazy. Just proud and Code Monkey like Fritos. Code Monkey like Tab and Mountain Dew. Code Monkey, very simple man. Big, warm, fuzzy, secret heart. Code Monkey like you. Code Monkey hang around at front desk until your sweater look nice. Code Monkey offer buy you soda, bring you cup, bring you ice. You say no thank you for the soda, cause soda make you fat. Anyway, you busy with the telephone, no time for chat. Code Monkey have long walk back to cubicle. He sit down, pretend to work. Code Monkey not thinking so straight. Code Monkey not feeling so great. And Code Monkey like Fritos. Code Monkey like Tab and Mountain Dew. Code Monkey, very simple man. Big, warm, fuzzy, secret heart. Code Monkey like you. Code Monkey like you. Code Monkey have every reason to get out this place. Code Monkey, just keep on working. See your soft, pretty face. Much rather wake up, eat a coffee cake, take bath, take nap. This job fulfilling in creative way, such a load of crap. Code Monkey say someday you have everything, even pretty girl like you. Code Monkey just ready for now. Code Monkey say someday, somehow. And Code Monkey like Fritos. Code Monkey like Tab and Mountain Dew. Code Monkey, very simple man. Big, warm, fuzzy, secret heart. Code Monkey like you. Code Monkey like you.
You can either talk in the Christoph program. Take it from the top.
There you have it. That's my rant for the day, and I want you to think about that in your life. When it comes time for you to kick the bucket, who's going to care whether or not you die? And maybe that'll help you with some of your actions. I mean, is anybody going to show up for your funeral? I know that's stuff you don't want to think about, but if you think about things in that light, maybe it'll help you be a nicer person. I don't know. But maybe, eventually, I'll come on and do another show. I'm thinking maybe Wednesday-ish, unless I decide to do another rant before then, but it'll be a little quick deal. But anyway, I want to thank each and every one of you for listening. I do not, nor will I ever take any of you for granted. Thank you so much for tuning in and giving me 20 minutes of your time today. Each and every one of you are amazing. You know, and while I'm at it, real quick, let me talk about this, because DJ Tricks just threw out the word awesome. For years, people have been asking me, and I don't want to be like that old man either, Holly. I really don't. People have been asking me, how are you doing? And my reply has always been, I'm working on being awesome. And I think that's something that we can all strive for. Now, you've got a lot of people that claim to be awesome already. But I think we throw that term around a little too lightly. You've got a greasy order of fries that you got from McDonald's. That's awesome? No, it's not. A greasy order of fries can't be awesome. So what is awesome? Well, maybe a thunderstorm, maybe the birth of a child. Those are things that I consider to be awesome. I don't think there's been anyone in the history of mankind that's ever been awesome. Now, I think there have been people that have done awesome things, but I don't think anyone has ever truly been awesome. So I'm always in constant pursuit of being awesome, and maybe one day I'll get there. No, I won't. But it's nice to strive for it, and maybe if I can just get a little bit better or a little bit closer each and every day, then, well, that's what I'm shooting for. And thank you all again so much for listening. Until I broadcast again, please remember, life is good, and I'm gone.
Is it over yet?
Completely over.
You have been exposed to the Chris Top program.
Yeah, okay, are we done? I really gotta get a life.